Hi guys, how's everybody doing? So I promised that I would hop on here and go over the Carb Manager app with you guys. I get a lot of questions about how to use it. So I figured I would just hop on here. That way I could answer questions and we could just go over the app together. So as we wait on everybody to hop on, I'm going to share this to my page for everybody else that is doing the keto and would like to know. So as you guys hop on, say hey to me. Tell me that you're watching, okay? So I'm going to try to get this shared. I don't think I've ever shared from a group or even went live on a group page. So I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me see if I can share it to my personal page. I'm not really sure. My laptop's being like super slow. I need to like update it or something. I'm not really sure. There we go. There we go. I think I got it. Let me look. As you guys hop on, say hey to me. Tell me, ask me questions, all that good jazz, okay? So we're going to go over the Carb Manager app, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to your Play Store, obviously, and you want to download the app, okay? Now, I had to use Paisley's phone. This is my 2-year-old daughter's phone, guys, okay? So I just signed in. You can sign into your Carb Manager app on any of your devices that support it. So you can have it on several devices and still be able to track if you need to, okay? So I'm not sure how to work her phone exactly. Okay, here we go. Hey Gina, how are you, girl? How's everybody doing? So we're gonna go over the Carb Manager app just for you guys that are just hopping on. So you want to download it, obviously, first, and then you're going to set up your account and all that, and then you guys are going to get to this screen right here, okay? And you want to make sure that this is set to net carbs, because like I said before, we only track our net carbs. We're not going to track our total carbs, okay? So just make sure that that's set to net carbs, which when you log in, it'll already be set. So just make sure it's there, because it should automatically... all this should automatically be set. So you don't really want to mess with any of that unless you want like a meal reminder, which I don't do that. So I'm not really sure. Some people might. I don't know. Where do you get that top? It is beautiful. Sorry, hasn't. I got this at Kohl's, I believe. It was on sale. So then after you get through all that, make sure everything is set. You're just going to tap continue, okay? And then it's going to bring you here to this next page, okay? So you're going to choose your gender, which I'm female, so you'll just choose your gender, okay? Your date of birth, your weight, how tall you are, all that, okay? So make sure that you guys are entering all of that correctly, okay? So if you need to, go out, get a scale at Walmart. They're cheap, okay? Weigh yourself. That way you know where you're starting and your progress, so you can track your progress, okay? So after you guys got all of that, and then you're gonna, down here, it wants you to select like what your, like how active you are. So you would like choose like, I don't know, if you run, you know, like you're lightly active, moderate active. Okay, so you would just select which one you want and then hit continue, okay? And then it's going to bring you to setting your goals page, okay? So this is going to be your third step. So this is where you're going to start your goals. Okay, now I didn't count calories. That's something I never did when I did my keto diet. I never looked at my calories. So this number here, if you guys want to count your calories, you can if you want to. I never did. So you would just set your calories to how many calories you want to limit yourself to a day, okay? Now, I didn't mess around with that. I just scrolled down here, okay? Can you guys see that okay? Is it backwards or How's the lighting? Let me know, okay? I am down 2 pounds. Yay, Gina. Isn't that exciting? Like when you see, like they say not to weigh yourself every day or all the time, but I couldn't help it. Like I literally weighed myself every night, and then I would weigh myself in the morning just because it was like such a, like I was losing like 2 to 3 pounds overnight. Like it was burning off like that, and I couldn't stop like checking, and it just kept dropping. Like it's, I don't know. But congratulations, girl. All right, so you're going to scroll down. Sorry, you're going to scroll down to here. Okay, now I don't worry about the protein, the fat. You want to make sure that your carb is at 20. Okay, now when you put 20 in, all of this is automatically going to adjust for you, okay? So just make sure that you set this number here, your net carbs, to 20, okay? And then all of this down here, it'll adjust itself, okay? And then you're gonna hit apply macros, okay? And then it's gonna bring you to your home screen, okay? This is if you wanna go premium, which I don't go premium. I just keep it basic, okay? Hey, Ruth. Hey, Savannah. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? All right, so then you're gonna get to this, okay? And of course, I have scanned for today because I had my Bang coffee this morning when I first woke up. So I already have something scanned. If you guys don't have anything scanned, which you won't if you're just downloading or, you know, you're just getting to this. So it's going to have, this is where you're going to keep track. This number right here is where we set that number to 20 carbs. So it's going to put your 20 carbs right here, and it's going to track them throughout the day. And if you click on it, it tells you how many you have left. Okay. And even down here in this smaller print, it tells you how many you have left. So I've used 4 grams out of the 20. So I have 16 remaining. Okay. What's up, babe? Go get it. I have her phone, guys. Okay. So now, I know, I got your cat phone. See, she calls it a cat phone because it has this cat thing on the back. Okay, so anyway, then the other number, like I told you guys about, because I only watch 2 numbers. I don't count my calories, nothing like that. The only 2 numbers I focused on was my carbs right here, keeping my carbs within 20. And then if you guys hit this in depth right here, it'd be your second one, okay? And it's going to bring up a graph, okay? And it's going to bring up these numbers. Now, this one in red, that's your fat. And like I keep telling you guys, you want your fat to be 80% of your diet, at least. Between 75 to 80, anywhere around there, okay? That's where you want your fat. So right now, my fat right now today is at 16%, okay? Which obviously that's going to go up when I eat lunch. That's going to go up when I eat dinner and when I eat my snack. Okay. So that number will go up. So this is your second number that you guys want to focus on, is this one right here, because this is going to tell you what your percent is so far for the day. So you want to keep an eye on that and get that up to 80%. Okay. At least 80%. Okay. So then to go back, we would just go back to my day. Right here in the corner, okay? So now when you guys want to start logging your food, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can, the easiest way, especially if you have a barcode, which everything pretty much has a barcode, okay? So if you want to scan, you're going to go to this right here, this plus sign, and you're going to hit that, okay? And then it's going to bring up where you can scan. Okay, so you're going to hit this scan, and then it's going to ask you, you know, allow Carb Manager or whatever into your photos, and then you would just scan the barcode, and then it would pop up. I wish I had something to scan. I didn't think that one through. But anyways, after you scan it, it'll pop up like how many servings, and then you would just add that to your day, okay? So, for instance, my Bang coffee, I already had it, but if I click on it, since I've already had it, it's in my recents. Like, this is what it would look like if you guys scanned it. This is what the screen would look like. So it gives you like, oh, I drank 1 whole can, so I would keep that 1 can, and then I would add that to today. Okay, now I always add it to breakfast. Okay, so if I want, it's right now it's at, whoops, hold on. Okay, so right now it's at lunch, because it will automatically go to the next one after you've scanned something. Okay, so since I've already scanned my breakfast, it went to lunch. But if I wanted to add it again, I would hit, like, say I drank 2 cans, I would hit breakfast, and then I would just hit add today. Okay, and then exit out of here. You're gonna exit out, and it's gonna bring you back to your day. Okay, so now if you notice, I have 2 of those. Now, since I didn't drink 2 of those, I can delete it. Okay, so say you made a mistake or whatever, you can go back and you're going to hit these 3 little dots, and then you're just going to hit delete down at the bottom. Okay, now say I wanted to copy that for tomorrow, because I know tomorrow I'm going to drink another one of these Bang coffees. Okay, so I could hit copy to, and then it's going to bring up the calendar. Okay, so say tomorrow, so I'm going to click on the 10th for Friday. Okay, and then I'm going to hit set, and then it's going to bring this up right here, and it's going to let you select where you want to put that at for tomorrow. So I'm going to put it at breakfast for tomorrow. Okay, so it's copied at breakfast for tomorrow. Now, if you guys want to check what tomorrow's is going to look like, you're going to go up here, see how it says today? You're going to go up here and just hit that arrow, and it's going to take you to tomorrow. And I have my coffee already scanned for tomorrow. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to have to worry about going back in and scanning that. Okay, it's already in there. Or if you guys wanted to meal plan, you could totally set up your whole entire week. It will let you, like, your whole month if you wanted to. You could plan it all out, see where you're at, add as you need to. Like, if you need more fat, add in more fat. Add in more mayonnaise, add in more bacon somewhere. Do whatever you have to do, add where you have to. That way when you get to your day, you have everything in line, and you know exactly what you're eating, and you know your goal is accomplished before that day even hits. Okay. All right. So that was for tomorrow. Okay. So we got through some of that. Does anybody have any questions so far? Anything so far? Okay, so I'm going to go back to yesterday, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how to create like a recipe to where you're not having to copy each individual ingredient over, and to where you can just click on that one thing. It's going to tell you exactly what you have. You can set it all for the next day. It's saved, all that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to create a recipe for the bulletproof coffee. Okay. So we're going to create a recipe for that. That way I don't have to go in and put in every day exactly what I put in. I can just click on that recipe and it's going to add it all. Okay. At one time. Okay. So I just clicked on something. All right, let me exit out of that. All right, so since yesterday, I did scan every single ingredient that I put into my Bang coffee. Okay, I didn't make it a recipe at this point. Okay, so I already have everything scanned, my butter, my MCT oil, my coffee, everything, okay? So what you're going to do is, I'm at yesterday, okay? But you can go up to that plus sign up in the corner, okay? And then we're going to go over to where it says My Foods, and you're going to hit that. And then you're going to go where it says Recipe, okay? So you're going to click on that. And now we're going to create a recipe, okay? So these are my recipes that I already have saved, but we're going to create a new recipe, okay? So it's going to bring up this page, and it's going to ask you what you want to name your recipe. Okay, so we're going to put in there bulletproof coffee. Okay. Okay. Now it's going to ask you like how many servings, things along that line, the prep time, the cook time. I mean, you guys can fill that out if you need it, if you need that information. Like, this is a great place, like I said, to store all your recipes, okay? But I'm not going to do all of that because this is just my coffee, and I know exactly how long it's going to take me and all that. So I'm not going to worry about changing any of that. But if you're logging a recipe and you want to do that, you know, go ahead and do that, okay? It also lets you select an image, you know, so you could put like a cup of coffee for the picture. You could do whatever you want, okay? I'm just going to keep scrolling, okay? And I'm going to go down here to where it says ingredients. And I'm going to hit plus, okay? And then it's going to bring me to this screen, okay? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's going to bring me to this screen because I hit plus. Okay, so these are all everything. It'll bring up your recently scanned items, okay? So these are all my recently scanned items. Okay, so we're going to go to, let's see, we're going to choose our sweet cream butter, okay? Because I've already scanned it. I scanned it yesterday. Okay, we're going to hit that. And then it's going to ask you, you know, how many tablespoons is going into your recipe. So we're going to do 1, okay? And then you're going to hit add. Okay, and then we're going to go through, and it's going to bring you back to that same list, and I'm going to go through, and I'm going to go find, let's see, what's our next ingredient right here, our sugar, okay? So this is something I had already scanned. It's in my logs, okay? So if you guys haven't already scanned it, let me click on that. So we're going to add that, okay? It's going to ask me how much. We're going to put 1... drag it down, put 1 tablespoon, okay? And then we're going to add that to our recipe, okay? Now, if you guys don't already have your ingredients, this list, like I have this list because they're already what I've already scanned, okay, in the past. But if you guys don't have that, you can go over here to the scan option, okay, and scan it. And then it'll bring you right back to that same page. It's going to ask you serving size and how much, the tablespoon, whatever. And then you're going to hit add, okay? So you can easily just scan it as well, okay? Does anybody have any questions about that? I hope that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to finish adding the rest of my ingredients for my bulletproof coffee. So I got my sugar, I got my butter, and then I'm going to add my coffee, okay? All right, so we'll put 2 serving, or wait, no, sorry. I put 2. 1 serving, okay? So you're just going to add that to our recipe. And then we have our MCT oil. Where's it at? I have it somewhere. Right here. So I'm going to add my MCT oil. Okay. And that's where you guys are going to get like a lot of your energy. Like that, I don't know why that keeps slipping my mind. That bulletproof coffee, I usually just call it keto coffee, but it's called like bulletproof coffee. It's going to give you guys tons of energy, especially if you have to use this recipe, okay? So we added 1 tablespoon, so I'm going to add that, okay? All right, so we got all of our ingredients. I selected all of my ingredients, and now I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to hit save, okay? Now, if you see, it's now into my saved, right here, the second one, it's in my saved recipes. So if I wanted to add that to today, which I do, so I'm going to delete this because I only drank one. So you just click on that and hit delete. Okay, so that was breakfast. And then I'm going to go up here to add my bulletproof coffee. Okay, and it's going to bring you here. And you're going to go to my foods. Click on recipes. Okay, and it's going to bring you right back to all your recipes. Okay, so I want my bulletproof coffee. Hold on, guys. She's having technical issues. Let me know if I'm going too fast, you guys. I can slow down, okay? All right. Here. All right, sorry. All right, so it's going to bring me then to this page, okay? After I clicked on my recipe, and I had 1 serving, so I'm going to add that to today. Okay, and then exit out so I can go back to my home page. Okay, and then now it's added to lunch. Now I don't want it in lunch, so I want to move it. So I'm going to click on these dots. Okay, and I'm going to copy to. Okay, and it's going to bring me back to the calendar. Okay, so I'm going to select today, the 9th. I'm going to hit set, and then I'm going to hit breakfast. Okay, and that's going to move it up. Okay, so now I can go over here, hit that, and then I can delete it. Okay, so then if you go up here, you can see I still have 4 grams out of my 20. Okay, and then now we're going to go into the in-depth, which is going to bring you here. Okay, and you see now my fat percentage is up to 72. Okay, so do you guys see how much my fat percentage jumped from nothing pretty much earlier to all the way up into the 70s just from drinking my keto, my bulletproof coffee? That's why I feel like it's, I don't know, if you're a coffee drinker, I would definitely incorporate that into your diet, the bulletproof coffee, because not only is it going to give you energy, it's going to fill you up, and it's going to help you get your fat percentage in for the day. Okay. All right. So let's get back to, I don't know if does anybody have any questions about the Carb Manager app that I can answer? I think I think I hit on everything that I wanted to. I mean, there's tons of other things that you guys can track on this app. You know what I mean? Like, you can track your steps, you can track your water. I mean, if you guys just play around with this app, you'll just see there's tons of things that you can do with it, okay? But the main thing that I focused on, I was scanning my food and logging literally everything that I put in my mouth other than water. And like my Sprite Zero. I usually don't scan that either just because it's zero everything. So there's no point in scanning it. But other than that, I literally scan everything. And I lived by this. And I made sure these numbers, this number right here, was at 20. I mean, I didn't freak out if I went over. Don't freak out if you guys go over 20. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Okay? But you want to keep it close to 20. We're at 20, okay? So it's this number right here that you guys want to watch. This one, and it's going to tell you how many grams you have left remaining, okay? Can you guys see it down there? And then if you hit it, it tells you even bigger, okay? All right, so that's the number 1 number I watched. That, and then when you hit in depth up here, the second one, this number right here. Okay, so those are the number 2 you want to watch. You want to get that up to at least 80. Between like 75, 80, you want to get that number. Okay, so those are your 2 most important numbers you want to watch. Okay, I mean, you want to watch everything else. I'm not saying you don't want to make sure that you're not getting your protein or any of that, but you really want to watch your fat percentage. This is the page you're going to get that from, okay? All right. So then you guys can always just like go back and I don't know, just see like
Mommy.
your progress. This
Mommy.
helps a lot. Like, I highly
Mommy.
recommend definitely downloading this app, okay?
Laughing.
I don't know what happened, babe. All right, guys. Well, if anybody has any questions, feel free to private message me. I'm always around. I'm always available. I'm always willing to help. I hope that I didn't confuse you guys with this video. I hope it made sense. But if anybody has any questions, definitely just like reach out to me, okay? And good luck. Good luck on your keto journey, okay? I'm like here for you guys every step of the way. Just like reach out to me, and I will definitely give you whatever knowledge I have, okay? So, all right, guys. Well, good luck. Bye.